All right, it's a beautiful Wednesday morning. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast. I am Veronica Dan Ikoy. Joining me this morning is Ibrahim Shita. Ibrahim, it's
Veronica,
good to see
good
you
morning.
back on set.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you. And I've not been able to congratulate you for the award, the NMMA Award, Best Newscaster of the Year.
Right.
Congratulations to you. That's a feather to your cap, and I wish you more.
Thank you. Amen.
It's been a long time coming. It's something you should have, won.
Clinched all the way, yeah.
But
I'm grateful to God it came eventually.
Definitely.
Right, and I believe
done.
it's for all of us, and
right.
As it has started, every other person will definitely get
right.
theirs in due course.
You've opened the floodgates to award clinching.
All right, let's get to the business for today. We have an array of issues. Like we often say, we are still going to look into the matters coming out of Rivers State, especially reactions stemming from the resolutions reached by the president between both parties that was mediated by the president. Talking about Wike and Fubara, the governor of Rivers State. The president had waded into the matter. We recall that happened on Monday, and reactions has been trailing that. We'll still be looking into that issue. And then we'll also look at the matter of out-of-school children in the north. And then we also return to talk more on some other issues about the cash crunch, so to speak. But first, let's begin with mixed reactions trailing the recent declaration permitting priests to bless same-sex couples. This statement announced by Pope Francis, who is the head of the Roman Catholic Church and the sovereign of the Vatican City, says, and I quote, priests should be able to bless same-sex and irregular couples. While this has sparked sentiments within the Catholic community, it has also brought some sort of delight for advocates of the LGBTQ rights. Well, some will say that it seems the Pope or the Vatican is speaking with both sides of their mouths, because I recall sometime in 2021, the Vatican, I'm trying to read that statement now, there was a statement that came out of the Vatican talking about the Vatican's Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith, said flat out that the church couldn't bless the unions of two men or two women because, quote, God cannot bless sin. But that also sparked outrage at the time. And there was an outcry with regards to that statement. But 2 years down the line, we are seeing a different statement coming out of coming out of the Vatican with regards to the matter of irregular unions and all of it. But then it says that there is a scope with which this blessing can take place. And let me just quickly point that out. And it says that the Vatican approved this landmark ruling to allow Roman Catholic priests to administer blessings to same-sex couples as long as they are not part of regular church rituals or liturgies, nor given in context related to civil unions or weddings. Now, the document has backed the possibility of blessing for couples. This blessing should never be imparted in concurrence with the ceremonies of a civil union and not even in the connection with them. Now, that's where the controversy has now stirred up with regards to this recent statement coming out. But when you talk about blessing, what is the difference? That's what I was asking. What is the difference? If you're saying it shouldn't be part of the regular, perhaps, liturgies that they have as Catholic Church, then where are they supposed to do this blessing? It's just, confusion here and there, as in there needs to be light thrown in some of these gray areas.
It's something that is really, I don't know how to put that in English, but it's a saying in Yoruba where you say that matter farted in your mouth, and you also added some, pinch of salt, and you don't know whether to lick the salt or to spit out the fat, however, you just a catch-22 sort of a thing. But I feel that it's not something that we should glorify. It's not something that we should welcome, no matter under any guise, because there's growing advocacy for same-sex marriage, LGBTQ, the queer, whatever name you want to call them. I do not feel that this is just normal. That is my opinion. And I know that some of these developed countries, they're making it and forcing people to take this, to shove this down the throat of people. And we also have some of them who are also, growing, in this demand in Nigeria, where we know that it's a sin to do that. I think it's 14 years imprisonment if anyone is found doing that. And I really want the government to take this, really seriously. The Pope saying this, that we can bless them. Well, some have argued that it is just like Jesus Christ welcomed those who were sinners, and it's not that you chase them away. But then we know that at the same time, Jesus Christ does not condone or did not condone, well, let me say does, because I don't believe that he's dead ever. So that it never condoned the, anything that has to do with sin, that things that are perversion in nature.
So, yes, the Bible talks about, now I have to quote the scriptures, the foundation of the Lord standeth sure, having this seal, that the name, they that bear the name of the Lord must depart from iniquity. And this matter of marriage, it is between man and wife as dictated by the scriptures. Right. And so when we are beginning to see, it's not as if he's not saying welcome, but the Lord has standards. That's Christ has standards.
That's right.
And so if you fall short of those standards, there are consequences. And he is not going to look at your face to say, oh, because of this and that and that. He has given you commands and all of it. And he believes that you should follow it. And if you are not following, you face the consequences for it. And so he will not bring down his standards because you are this person. That is not what I have known of God, so to speak. So as it is right now, I believe that what the Pope is trying to do, because they had said in 2021 that God does not bless sin, and 2 years down the line, you are now saying, okay, you can do this, as outside of the liturgies and all of it. And then for me, it's seeming like they want acceptance because of the outcry they have gotten as a result of what happened in 2021. And then when you look at, okay, human acceptance, side by side, God's acceptance, which is weightier as it is. So it's just not sitting right with me as well.
Some are actually using the Bible to, advance their arguments. I saw an Australian article which saying that when God talked about the Sodom and Gomorrah, he's not actually condemning, same-sex marriage. He's only saying that why is it that you want to sodomize two men at the same time?
So why was Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed?
They are saying that it's because they transgressed, trying to
in what
sodomize
way?
Two men. But I know that the Bible actually said in Genesis 2:24 said, therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. Another place in Proverbs 28:9, it says, if anyone turns a deaf ear to my instruction, because there are so many instructions, so many injunctions that actually condemn all of these, criminal acts. I call it criminal acts, but all of these, transgressions,
based on
all of that.
What the laws of the land says for us as a country.
Yeah, and the Bible concludes by saying that even their prayers are detestable. In another translation, it says that their prayers are abominable, meaning that it will not even accept their prayers.
Accept them, yeah.
And the Quran also, agrees to this fact where during, after narrating, during narration of what happened during the time of Lot, it said that, why do you men lust after fellow men, leaving your pairs that your Lord has created for you? In fact, you are a transgressing people. That's according to Surah Ash-Shura, that's the Surah of the, it says 26:165. Another place said, you lust after men instead of women. You are certainly transgressors. That's Surah Al-Araf 7:81. So he also said in another place that he created man and woman in pairs, or he created mankind in pairs, meaning man and woman. So marriage is between man and woman. It's not about, some will say, when we talk about marriage, we always think about sex. Excuse me, what else do you want to do? Okay, fine, we have issues. Okay, let's talk about issues and all of that. But that can never be taken away from, what we call couple. So if you know that it is the right thing, why do you now seek to adopt? Why do you seek to procreate? If your parents were like that, would you have been given birth to in the first instance? So we should be able to separate God of men from men of God. There
are those who would say, with regards to the matter of procreation, that they don't want to have kids, and it's their decision.
I'm saying that's decision. I'm saying that if you want to do it, like let's do it the way it's biologically, you understand, scientifically. Nothing is wrong with adoption. Nothing is wrong with, having, you understand. But then it can't be possible if it is not done the way God has fashioned it to be done.
As it is, bottom line for me, that this ruling by the Vatican has just thrown confusion into
That's right.
the Roman Catholic Church as it is, and that has to be sorted as quickly as possible. Let it not be based on acceptance. Rather, it has to be based on the standards of God that you say you uphold. That is what the decisions should be at this point. Bottom line for me, because like I quoted 2 Timothy 2:19 earlier, the standards of the Lord stand sure and nothing changes it. And if we as humans want to keep changing it, then we should know that there are consequences for it.